I just spoke about in another video what's going on in the US with Tesla, disrupting BMW, Mercedes and Audi and taking the lead in luxury car sales. If that wasn't concerning to Legacy Auto, the exact same thing is happening in the world's largest car market. And boy oh boy, disruption is going to be very, very quick. Legacy Auto, wow, they should be absolutely petrified. Hello my friends, welcome to the Electric Viking. Great to have you here on the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Great to see you. Welcome back everyone else. Make sure you check out the 1,000 videos we've created over the last 7 or 8 months. There's a lot of content there, especially about what's going on globally in the automotive industry. Not just one brand, not just Tesla, but also multiple brands. What's going to happen over the next decade. It might not be what you think it is if you've been watching a certain channel that only looks at this from one angle or is trying to sell you clickbait, like some of the interesting, bizarre channels on YouTube talking about all kinds of wacky things that, anyway. Let's stick to the facts. This channel, we like to talk about facts. Tesla Model Y just outsold rival models of Mercedes, BMW, and Audi in February to become the top-selling premium SUV in China. However, interestingly, it actually also outsold the Toyota RAV4. Yep, one of the largest selling ICE vehicles on the planet. And nobody, it seems, has actually picked this up. Well, in January, the Tesla Model Y trailed the Mercedes-Benz GLC, the BMW X3, and the Audi Q5, the top 3 highest selling premium vehicles in the SUV segment in January. But it sold more than twice as many of them in February. And this is due to one key reason. Tesla, what they do is in January, in China, they export as many cars as they can possibly to global markets around the world. Then in February, they start to deliver locally. And they do the same thing again, generally in the 3rd month of the quarter. So you're probably going to see Tesla's sales actually increase very, very significantly in March in China. The other reason is February is a very slow month for China. Generally, factories are closed for about nearly half of the month. And often you'll see December sales figures for cars in China be 5 times higher, typically, than what they are in February. Based on that information, honestly, the figures that Tesla are saying for China, for their factory in China, they seem too good to be true. Because realistically, Tesla actually produced more than 56,000 vehicles in February in China. So, I mean, if you look at BYD, they sold nearly 10 times as many vehicles in December versus in February last year. Let's just go be conservative and say 5 times. That would put Tesla on track for 330,000 deliveries in December. I mean, I can't see this happening, but really, you'd have to say a bare minimum would be 200,000. Bare minimum based on their February sales numbers, or February delivery numbers anyway. And this is truly staggering. What I think this implies is something far greater than what anyone currently realizes. No one on the internet actually seems to realize the fact that Tesla's factory in China is already at a run rate of 900,000 vehicles per year, and it's going to hit 1 million by April. I don't understand why no one's pointing this out. 1 million vehicles are going to be produced. That'll be the run rate by probably the end of April, coming from their factory in China. I mean, even if you think this is incorrect, I mean, just look at their sales numbers in February versus last February of last year. Look at their sales numbers in December. In December, look at their sales numbers. They're at a run rate of 840,000 already in December of last year before they started working on these new production lines in their factory in China. Staggering. Getting back to the actual sales data from China. What were the best-selling SUVs? And what exactly did Tesla do in China? Well, for one thing, they sold out the Tesla microphone. Crazy, right? And interestingly, one of the managers at Volkswagen said, yeah, Tesla are crushing us, and so are other electric car companies, because we're not in touch with what the Chinese people want. That's what they said. We're not in touch with what the Chinese people want. This goes for all of Legacy Auto. Do you hear of BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, any of these car companies offering this product? I mean, Tesla was the only one that did it. Why? I mean, it sounds like a small thing, doesn't it? A microphone. It sounds like, who cares? I mean, really, is this something you want in a microphone? But Tesla said, what are the people they want? Ask them what they want. They did that, right? And they wanted karaoke in the car. So Tesla went out and they made the feature. They offered them microphones for $20. They sold out in, what was it, like half an hour. Tesla got a new batch of stock in at the end of February. That sold out in half an hour. And Legacy Auto are just sitting there, just sitting on their asses, watching the world go by, watching it all happen, watching themselves being disrupted. The Tesla Model Y retail sales in February in China, or at least retail deliveries, not sales, were 18,600. That's an increase of 302% from 4,700 units a year ago, and up 13.6% from 16,360 units in January, according to data released today by the China Passenger Car Association, CPCA. It would appear, in fact, it doesn't just appear, clearly Tesla has actually increased its run rate from January to February. There's no other possible way to explain these numbers. There's no other possible way to explain how Tesla was able to build more vehicles in China in February versus what they did in January. Now, that made the Model Y the best-selling premium SUV in China in February. They delivered about twice as many as competing models from Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi. Now, I think that gap will be actually even greater in March, when they're likely to deliver even more Model Ys in China. Mercedes-Benz GLC sales or deliveries in China in February were 9,960. That's an increase of 16% from the 8,557 units they delivered a year ago, but down 55% from the 22,000 they delivered in January. You can see here, right? January sales are usually significantly higher than they are in February in China, pretty much for almost all automakers. Audi Q5 sales in February were 8,860, down 16% from the 10,000 units they delivered in the same month last year, and down 48% from the 17,000 units they delivered in January. You can see here, Audi's in a bit of trouble in China, clearly. BMW X3 sales in February were 8,820. That's an increase of 2% from the 8,663 units they delivered a year ago, and down 55% from the 19,542 they delivered in January. But so-called COVID pandemic was the reason for these luxury auto companies delivering, well, their numbers were down, right, in the first quarter of 2021. And they all thought, well, 2022 will bounce back and it'll be a great year. They're not really bouncing back. These numbers are either down or pretty similar to what they were a year ago. But there's no more COVID. COVID is certainly not affecting Tesla sales in China. It's not affecting BYDs. It's not affecting Xpungs. Who is it affecting? It's affecting Legacy Auto. Only 3.3% of all cars sold in China by Legacy Auto in January and February were electric. 3.3. What about Chinese auto companies and Tesla? Well, if we get rid of Tesla, we just say Chinese auto companies, 40% of Chinese auto companies' sales in China in January and February were electric. 40%. This is 3% for Legacy Auto. That is just ridiculous. Now, interestingly, in the top SUVs, period, luxury SUVs, period, sold all over China in February, you got Tesla Model Y in first. Then you've got Mercedes GLC, then the Audi Q5, BMW X3, Li 1 plug-in hybrid, Neo ES6 fully electric car. So you can see here, fully electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles are starting to displace their ICE counterparts. Now, figures released by the Chinese Passenger Car Association on March the 8th showed that Tesla's actually produced 56,515 vehicles in China in February. That included 33,315 vehicles that they exported. This means that Tesla delivered 23,200 vehicles in China in February. And for the bears saying, oh, well, Tesla's exporting a lot of cars still, well, Tesla's delivery timelines increased. On their website, the delivery timelines have now increased. And guess what? They increase prices again. They keep on increasing prices and then delivery timelines keep on increasing. So the narrative isn't correct. Now, the Li 1 sold 8,414 units in February. That's an increase of 266% from 2,300 a year ago. That put it fifth in the premium SUV sales rankings. Now, if you look at electric vehicles, period, delivered in China, the top selling SUV was the BYD Song. In second place was the Tesla Model Y. Now, BYD delivered 22,750 Song electric vehicles in February. And interestingly, they also took out third place. They had the BYD Tang, which delivered 10,026 units. In fourth place was the Li One, and then in fifth place was the BYD Yen Plus, and seventh place was the NIO ES6. Now what about SUV sales in February, period? Not talking electric, not talking luxury, just talking SUV sales period in China. What were the numbers? Well, the BYD Song actually took first place with 24,532 units delivered. Honda came in second with 22,260 for the CR-V, and Great Wall Motors H6 ranked third with 18,790. Then in fourth place was the Tesla Model Y with 18,593. You can see just behind the H6. And in fifth place was the Toyota RAV4 with 12,500 deliveries. So about 6,000 below the Tesla Model Y. Now, the interesting thing is, if you have a look at the top 15 selling SUVs period in China, every model with a significant increase in sales, we're talking 300% for the BYD Song, we're talking 302% for the Tesla Model Y, the Li One, 266% increase, the NIO E6, 50% increase, the GAC Aeon V, 325% increase, the ID4 electric vehicle, 1,000% increase. Every vehicle that's increased exponentially in sales in China is electric. That, my friends, is showing you exactly what is happening in the market in China this year. And boy, is it exciting. We're going to see an incredible number of electric vehicles sold worldwide. But in particular, the Chinese seem to be embracing them even more than anyone else. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.